Hello and welcome to the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta 2020. I'm Circle Master and I'm doing the Fiesta again this year. Let me preface this, I guess, with a little news. I do not have a video card anymore. I had to pull it out because it was dying and send it off to the manufacturer to be repaired, replaced, whatever. Which means that I'm running off integrated CPU graphics, which means I'm not going to be able to do any Fallout 4 videos. I'm sorry. I know that for whatever reason, the Never Leave Sanctuary series is the most watched on my channel right now, even more so than the Witcher series. But I'm obviously not able to run that game without a video card, so I can't do any work with that, unfortunately. I also can't record Witcher videos, but I did create a backlog. If you're on my Patreon, you can see it. It's already been uploaded and it's accessible to Patreon patrons. But the plan is to release publicly one episode a week every Thursday. The last video I published was on last Thursday. I guess it's going up Monday, so yeah, it'd be last Thursday. And every Thursday for, I think I have 5 videos backed up. I've basically got through the end of Chapter 2 and a little bit into Chapter 3. Because of the live commentary thing, I just kind of commentated through, and I was able to break the episode up there. So one episode ends at the end of Chapter 2, and another one starts at the beginning of Chapter 3, but I did it all in one session. So in the meantime, since I'm running off of integrated graphics, I can actually do a Super Nintendo emulator, obviously. Not much horsepower required to run that. Oddly enough, though, I can record with OBS Studio, and I can edit with my NLE video editor. I guess because they are CPU intensive rather than GPU intensive, those still work fine. Because I've got a pretty beefy CPU in here. So I can actually make videos. It's just the games that I've been playing to make videos I can't play anymore. So really, the 4-Job Fiesta started at the perfect time for me, because I can just go right into this and act like nothing's wrong, except for the fact that Fallout 4 will have mysteriously stopped. But no, it's just on pause. Once I get either a replacement video card or the one that I sent in repaired and sent back, then Fallout 4 will continue. Have no fears. That is going to hit level 50. I'm going to venture out into the wastes, and I'll at least do the DLC. I'll at least do Nuka World and Far Harbor. But hey, for now, it's the 4-Job Fiesta. Who doesn't love the 4-Job Fiesta? I guess lots of people. But I'm doing it anyway. I grew up on, not this game, but Super Nintendo Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 2 and 3 in the US were my jam. I mean, I did 100% playthroughs of both of those games. Maybe I should link those in the channel and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm bad at marketing self-promotion. Oh, thank goodness, the cutscene time is getting exciting, so I don't have to talk anymore. I guess I probably should, but I won't. Probably as per usual, this first episode might be to the end of the Wind Shrine. I'm just really hoping that, oh my goodness, and I don't have, that's the other thing, I don't have RTX voice anymore because I was running that off my graphics card. Don't have a graphics card. So, all the clicks in the world are going to be back. And for that, I apologize. If you've watched the Witcher 2 videos, you know that I'm doing that off of a controller, and RTX voice is quite good at getting rid of most of the clicks. There are still a couple loud clicky moments with the D-pad. But no RTX voice. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to manually edit those out. Especially since, because I'm using the new NLE, I'm usually doing the audio editing in that instead of doing it separately in Audacity, which is different from last year. And I know nobody cares, but I'm trying to find something to talk about because we all know the story. I mean, I really hope if you haven't played Final Fantasy V, don't make this your first exposure to it. This isn't a proper LP. This isn't even the official translation in any capacity. This is the fan translation, which is why he's named Butts. And I still prefer it because I will never play a version with Princess Salsa. So, y'all can deal with the fact that I'm playing the SNES emulated version of this game. I was talking about something else as well. Oh yeah, don't make this your first exposure to Final Fantasy V. There are like actual proper LPs of that. But if you're just casually watching and you don't care about the story, because I'm not really going to talk about it much, then that's fine. Most of the appeal of 4-Job Fiesta, I don't know why I'm explaining this when this is like the fourth time I've done the Fiesta, and maybe probably the third time I'll have completed it on camera. But the appeal of 4-Job Fiesta is to have a handicap to the job system. Final Fantasy V is famous for being most people's first exposure to the job system in Final Fantasy. And uncontrolled, unchecked, it can absolutely break the game over its knee, which I think is a good thing. Like, if you have a system that allows players who explore it and get into it to do heavily exploitative things, that's fine. Simply because most people aren't naturally going to gravitate to the highly exploitative options, and exploiting them requires an investment of knowledge and time and familiarity that should be rewarded. You should reward players for mastery over the systems of your game. But naturally, after X amount of times playing the game and you've fully exploited the system and you have that deep familiarity with the mechanics, if you still are interested in playing, you will probably need to find a way to challenge yourself in some fashion, or build in some kind of gimmick to playing that will challenge you in different ways. And this is a really long introduction to say that the 4-Job Fiesta is a playthrough of the game where you only have access to 4 of the job classes that the game actually features. Also, yes, I have turbo on my A button, because I think I set it up for that when I was grinding at one point and just never turned it off. So, hey. I'm absolutely blanking out on how many jobs are in the base game. I want to say 18, because I'm pretty sure it's 4 from each crystal except the first, which has 6, which would be 18. But I could easily be wrong about that. Wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong about something. Won't be the last. So yeah, there's quite a lot of jobs, there's quite a lot of variety, and the intermingling of those abilities is where a lot of the exploitation comes. So by having yourself limited to 4 jobs, and especially with the way the Fiesta works nowadays with Gilgabot and the official site, the When I say official site, I mean the official site for the charity runs that go to support. My brain is blanking out on this. I'm pretty sure it's Child's Play, but if I'm wrong about that, hopefully I'll remember to edit that on top of the thing with what the actual charity is, because, charity's good. The 4 jobs that you get are randomly assigned to you, rather than being 4 that you pick, because you will be tempted, if you are the highly optimized sort, to pick 4 really exploitable classes, or classes with exploitable abilities. So the randomization prevents over-exploitation, or gratuitous exploitation, while still allowing you to explore the dynamic of the classes and their abilities interacting in a way that a single class challenge or a single single class challenge would affect. I was going to say single character, but you can have one character with all the jobs and still pretty well break the game. So you still get to invest time and energy and effort into the mixing of abilities without requiring yourself to optimize. Because this game can be beaten without optimization. Again, I'm blanking out on the name. Somebody has a website somewhere, I'm sure I'll find it at some point and put it somewhere, where they did a single class. Was it single class and single character, or was it just single class? I don't know. They basically went through, I think it was, oh man, my brain, she no work. I'm desperately trying to remember, and it's not working. Maybe I should just cut this out. Maybe I'll go strangely silent over this part. Yeah, every class can beat the game, is what I'm trying to get to. Every class demonstrably can beat the game, more to the point. Even Berserker. And you may think, how is that possible? And the answer is glitches and glitch exploitation, although that glitch exploitation is not needed until like the very, very end of the game. And before you reach the end of the game, the answer is grinding. The answer is level up to 80-something in the first world. I think it's like you need to be 60-something to beat Sandworm with any reliability, and 80-something, level 80-something, to beat Soul Cannon, because Soul Cannon is a DPS race, and your DPS could be better when you are randomly targeting who your attacks go to. And here we have the tutorial of thing on wall equals button. Anything that's not part of the background is good and interesting. I'm not happy with the number of random encounters I'm already having. I mean, not that I'm at risk of dying, but it's just a time sink, and I don't really want to speed that up by manually aiming attacks, because I'm lazy. And I know my head is going to be killing me by the end of recording this. Hey, people gain levels. That's always nice. Let's throw that. He's in front. I don't know if it even means anything that he's at the front of the order, but hey, in Final Fantasy 1 it meant something. So let's pretend it's Final Fantasy 1. I mean, obviously, I'm going to get all the characters by the time I get to the city and can buy things. Everybody's going to have starting equipment. Otherwise, the tutorial boss is actually kind of tricky to beat in time. Because obviously, at this point in the game, you're only healing his items, and that's poor quality healing. I mean, if you have to buy items and use them during... No, I shouldn't say that, because you get free items. So yeah, if you have to buy and use healing items in this first dungeon, something's wrong. Not this isn't it. I'm talking about the Wind Shrine. And something's wrong. You do get free ones, and if you use the free ones, I don't care. It's fine, you got them for free. And you're eventually going to have a useless pile of 99 of them, you know, later on in the game when stronger healing items are necessary. And I know I'm talking about, like, stuff that's going to happen at the end of this video, but there's really nothing more I can say right now. Like, this is the umpteenth time I say that. It's not the umpteenth, but it's at least the fourth time that I've gone through this part. And I have no idea what I said during this part last year. It probably made more sense than what I'm saying this year. It's been a really bad week for me, cognitively. I have had so many issues this week in particular, and I don't know why that is. My medication hasn't changed. What I'm doing hasn't really changed. I mean, I don't know that I'm doing anything different than my usual routine of nothing. Unless, like, recording that backlog of Witcher 2 somehow permanently damaged me, which, honestly, I wouldn't put past myself. I have every other health issue in the world. Why not this one? But yeah. That's probably my favorite part of this, the convenient excuse. Who suggested this anyway? Oh, I have amnesia, I don't know. It's like, I just like that. I also apparently like kicking my microphone stand. I don't know why I'm mentioning that out loud, since if it did happen to show up on the audio, it'd probably get edited out while I'm trying to do the stupid clicks, so... Plus it's got a shock mount, so it shouldn't be super vulnerable to that. Not like I can just wail on it and knock the stand over and nobody will notice, but like if I bump it with my foot, it's supposed to isolate those kind of noises, I guess. I don't know. It's supposed to prevent vibration from being carried up the stand into the microphone. So yeah. I mean, it's not the RTX voice of audio equipment. It can only do so much. I really like RTX voice. Can I just say that again? Man, if you do any kind of audio, like I think even team chatting, like if you just play games and you're not even like recording audio for something, but if you just play games and you do voice chat with people, you team chat, or you do like, I know that like community movie watching over streaming services is kind of becoming a thing. So if you do that kind of thing where you're in voice and watching something with other people, like anything that uses voice chat on a PC, let me specify real quick. You cannot install RTX voice on your PS4 or your Xbox One, or your phone. So yeah, if you use your computer for any kind of voice chat in any context, and you have a card that is semi-modern, this famously now, I think, it does not require an RTX card to work. There are installers, or you can just download the real installer and edit it, or at least you could at one point. I don't know if they've updated the version. But there are both installers that you can edit like one file, and installers that are pre-edited, put up by people in various mod hack communities, I guess, that come with it pre-edited, so it will run off a GTX card. The 10 series, I'm spoiled. I have a 1080 Ti, except I don't have it anymore. Why did I go here? Why did it not send me to the town? I always forget that you don't go to town with that, you go to that with that. Ba-bam. I have a 1080 Ti, the 1080s and I think the 1660s are pretty good with it. Like, almost perfect with it. The older ones, like the 1060s, work to some extent. It's an improvement. I don't know how dramatic an improvement the difference is. I always check these things for items. Oh, and there's one. I was going to say, and there's probably never an item, and I never remember that there's no item. But no, there's 2 items, so I'm not the biggest idiot in the world. Somebody else is. So yeah, the 10 series, you can absolutely use it. I suggest it highly. I know people have tried it with like 980s. I think I just need to buy 2 of these, right? Because there's one in the Wind Shrine. So there we go, I bought 2. I know people have tried it with 980s with some kind of result. Like, as you get lower, older and older, it works less and less because... I guess because it's meant to work off of... I already have 4 of those. Let's go with the hats. Hats, because I can't get both of these. And I know what my wind job is. It's not one that uses shields. Boo-hoo. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. What was I doing? I need to go up here and talk to the guy. I'm like, how do I progress the story? Wait, that's not now. That's, I'm so dumb. That's after the Wind Shrine that I do that, to open up the canal. I'm just dumb as heck. Let's go to the Wind Shrine, shall we? I've got just under 7 minutes in this video. Lovely. Okay, you've got all the stuff. Now you've got stuff. And you can have stuff. And you can have leftover stuff. Oh, you already had a leather dagger. Cool. A leather dagger. Yep, that's what she has. A leather dagger. Also, Ferris is a girl. Massive spoilers. I'm sorry. Let's go to the Wind Shrine, shall we? I don't imagine it taking me more than 1 attempt at this. But just the walk up to it might be a little longer than I remember, but I might be thinking of the water shrine. So, we'll see what happens. Please just let me use the pot with the magic water and give me the potions. Please and thank you. No, people are gonna emote one at a time. Oh, there we go. No, not you. One of you gives me potions. Thank you. I should probably hop outside and do a quick savey save. Although I think I get a save room on the way up. I have to get a save room on the way up. I mean, come on. Right? But thou must. There we go. First save of the new Fiesta 2020. What a terrible time to... No, it's what a horrible night to have a Fiesta. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut. I don't want to talk about current events. Current events are all over the place, and I do this thing to escape current events. And hopefully you have the opportunity to escape current events by watching. So, let us... I'm confident that's not the sword. The sword is the one that's next to the boss. I say with total confidence, and also massive cognitive issues, especially today and this week. Ugh. Hey, what'd I tell ya? Broadsword. Now let's kill a boss. Even if I kill this boss in time, the cutscene's gonna take me over, but you know what? I don't care. I want to get through this. I want to get my first job. Yeah, I might just use free potions just to guarantee it when he closes his wings. Unless I can kill him before he does, which would be awesome, but I don't think I'm rolling that high. Oh, I was. Yes. Super fast battle. 0 cycles. Or 1 cycle, I guess. I don't know what is termed... I'm not a real speedrunner. I just hear the terms and I use them. So that was probably would be considered a 1 cycle. But yeah, just never closing his wings, no defensive phase. Because every Final Fantasy boss has a phase where they punish you with massive counterattacks. Oh look, it's already the bad. The bad is already bad here. Let's go. Alright, I forgot how long this is. Maybe I should just say, okay, so my first job, if I end up cutting any of this out, is Black Mage. Break rods every day. So I don't expect to have any issues, except maybe Galura, but probably not because I can just save the ice rod for him. And there we go, I'll have no issues for, I mean, honestly, probably all of World 1. Because Black Mages, like Archaeoavis, is the only thing that is potentially troublesome to Black Mages as well. And that's like end of World 1. That's like you have all of your jobs, I think. No, you don't get your Earth jobs till you get those. So I won't have Earth by the time I'm fighting Archaeoavis, but still. It will carry me through. I have no reservations about saying that I will not have to grind a million years like I would if I had gotten Thief or White Mage, for example. So yeah, any rod-breaking class can use the Ice Rod on Galura, but if you're particularly weak, you will probably be tempted to use it at the Megisa fight on the Dragon Mountain, Huryu Mountain. So there's that, and the fighters can cheese it with cover. And those are like the only 2 effortless ways to beat Galura. Monk can also maybe do it with counter, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, counters wouldn't trigger rush, but it would take a long time, and I'd be bored. So yeah, if I had fighter or monk, I wouldn't worry. Monk I might worry later, but not for the water shrine. But I'm Black Mage. I just nuke things, break rods every day. It's gonna be great. Right, I can just... There's a thing in the top. What am I even doing? I'm so stupid. Can I save right now? No. Darn. Oh no, my time's up. That was my 30 minutes. I started the timer a little early, but still. This is gonna go over 30 minutes, especially with the, this. Also, I just realized, because I have no video card, I'm running with just one display. I just realized that I've been looking at the OBS window for the actual gameplay instead of the emulator window. So maybe I should change the layout of these windows on my screen. But that is a problem for future Circle Master. Present Circle Master gets to save the game and then put on the Black Mage job. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care.